All right, guys. Well, welcome to Notary Life with Kimmy and the Notary Educators Notary Meetup Monday. I hear someone call my name. Hey, welcome everybody. So what we do for those who are new, we'll do a very brief introduction. This is all about notaries building each other up. It is not a Q&A per se. It is really more of what have you done in your businesses last week? What are we going to do next week? What's working, what's not, how we can grow. This is all about growing, okay? We do take a few questions here and there, but we really want to know what's working out there. How are you growing your business, okay? And what tips and tricks you have that you can share. And so far, it's been going amazing. People have been getting their Google business pages up and running. They have been learning how to navigate this business without a car. Marketing tips. I mean, we all have walked away with something, and it has been simply amazing. So, brief introduction. I'm Kimmy. For those of you who may be new to my channel or to Notary Educators, I am one of the trainers here. I also have my YouTube channel, over 500 videos that can help you in your business. Our training courses are designed to be simple, clear, and easy to follow. That's if you do self-paced or live. And I'll let Angela introduce herself, and then we'll go over to Jeffrey. Alexis is running a little bit late because she had another appointment. So we actually work, as we all always say. We're not just on YouTube or just selling courses. We actually work. So she had an appointment. Angela, what's going on? Introduce yourself, please.
Everybody, I'm Angela, 1/3 of Notary Educators with Kim and Alexis, and Jeff, 1/4. The face behind the camera has appeared. I also have a successful notary business and a apostille business. And yeah, so I've been busy this week, but I have to tell y'all this short story. Well, I'm discombobulated right now. I waste a whole cup of water on my desk and on my computer. Then I went in the kitchen and I wasted another cup, and I'm just out of it. I've been wasting water, but anyway, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell us a story.
That's the story. I wasted a whole cup of water on my computer and on my tablet. It's all over. I got towels all over the floor.
Oh no, we're sorry. You want to take a few minutes and clean it up?
Another cup of water.
Oh, you want to go clean it up? We'll wait till you come back. I mean, not wait for you, but we'll. Okay, I was gonna say not wait for you.
I just put a bunch of towels all over the floor.
Okay, very good. Well, welcome.
If it's a standard keyboard, they have keyboard coverings, like little plastic things that you can put over the keyboard to absorb spills and stuff like that.
It was one of those things where it was slow motion on TV, and I saved the keyboard, and it was only on the edge. It didn't get any keys.
Oh, okay, no.
Before it got all over the floor. Anyway.
Well, Jeffrey, we'll let you do a slight introduction, and we'll have a few house rules, and then we'll get started.
Hi, my name is Jeff. Good evening, everyone. I'm the other member of the Notary Educators in the background, more so, but now in the foreground with the ladies, and glad to see everyone here this evening.
Does Jeffrey sound kind of low, or is it just me?
Yes. Not just you.
Very.
Oh.
Very. We did hear you, but very low. Okay.
All
right. So we'll get into it. Just a couple house rules, guys. We'll try to see if we can keep our question 30 seconds or less, so we can get as many people as we can. Don't wait until the end to warm up. We're all family, and let's just get right into it. Whatever's been good, whatever's not. If you do have something going on in your business that's a concern, this is the time. You have right now over 30 people that are interested some kind of way in this notary business that may be able to share some gems or whatever. So since we have hands up, I'm gonna give the mic over to Miss Katrina and welcome her. Hi, Miss Katrina. How are you? What's going on with you?
Hello, ladies. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hey.
Two things.
Yes.
I did a signing last month, and they said they will be on the 20th of the following month.
Lord.
Okay. I've emailed them twice. And
you muted yourself, Katrina. You muted yourself.
Somehow, Katrina, you muted yourself.
Go back about 15 seconds.
Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't review the reviews, but the company has bad reviews. And I don't have my money, but I did get a check from another one earlier today.
So that kind of helped out.
Yeah.
With the first one, what were the terms? Because they usually will tell you net 35, net 45. What were the terms?
They said the 20th of the following month.
By the 20th. So you should
Yeah,
have gotten it a week ago now.
Yes.
Yeah. So what actions have you taken thus far?
I've sent 2 emails.
Did they respond back?
No.
Mm.
And the reviews on their Google page are not very good, saying that you don't get paid or they're very slow to pay. I didn't look
Okay.
at that beforehand I took the job, but they had
Yeah.
called me for another job and I declined it.
Yes, that was the right. Did you mention your money at the time when they called you for the second job?
No, I didn't, because it wasn't the 20th at the time.
Oh, okay. 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 So let's, oh, go ahead.
Did you try to call them, Katrina?
I sent the email Saturday, so I was gonna follow up on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. So what my process would be, and fortunately, I have not had to do this, but we had someone on here a few weeks ago. I think it was April that gave some great tips on how to be very diplomatic about it. But at this point, again, you don't want to be nasty. You still don't
Right.
want to be nasty, but I would call them first thing in the morning. I'm not waiting till Wednesday because we're already way
Okay.
overdue. I would call
Okay.
tomorrow. This is what I would do. I would call tomorrow. If they still don't answer, then I'm going to find a demand letter, which is a little bit more firm probably than what you've been sending.
Okay.
Straight up demand letter. You can write it on AI. You can Google it, whatever. And those are very harsh in words normally. Add a little bit more weight, and you're gonna demand that they get. If they don't, eventually, what's probably gonna happen. I think we went through this with Mr. M. Arnold a few weeks ago too. They're either gonna pay you or they're not. You don't want to get on Facebook and bash them also, or talk about them because again, you're running a business. You want to be the professional.
Right.
At this point, if they just don't pay you, it might end up being a loss where you have to take it off on your taxes.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
not, again, don't be nasty in the letter, but I'm calling
Okay.
them. I am sending another demand letter. If
Okay.
anybody else would like to add to the conversation, please.
One last thing you might want to try is copying the title companies on that.
Somebody said that on the video I watched. Even though the title company is not, responsible for paying you, but it would let them know that they're not
That's right.
paying
You want the title company to know that you're having issues. They're not supposed to pay you, but you want them to know what kind of people you're dealing with so that they might be discouraged from doing future business with that signing service.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't usually recommend that. Let me tell you why. Because now we getting ready to get into who gonna keep throwing stones and who gonna keep on handling it, right? So I like to run my business kind of clean. And let me tell you why I say this. Because you tell the title company about them, the signing company find out you tried to report them. Now they gonna try to do something to you. Now you gotta do something to them. I mean, it's kind of like a street fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just kind of cut your losses. I'm not working with them again. If you're having a problem, somebody else may disagree, but I just want to keep my name as clean, as separate from drama as I can. Jeffrey is
Okay.
usually non-confrontational. What's your thoughts on that? Because I'll bring it like the best of them, but
Yeah,
now you got to look at your business. Are they gonna go to your Google page and leave you a bad review because you left them? Because you started telling somebody on them. You know what I'm saying? This become really nasty.
yeah, I've worked in the background and worked for a company that dealt with the different mortgage companies, what have you. So, I mean, you got a lot of behind the scenes power there, and you have to ask yourself what's it worth. Some things you have a lesson learned, and sometimes I don't know if Kim's going to tell her story. I don't know if you told your story. I don't know if you're going to tell her story yet, but some things you learn as you deal with different signing companies or different clients, particularly.
Okay.
So it's a matter of, okay, how much energy do I want to give to this, and what's it worth to you? And was it you don't have to tell the dollar amount. Was it a big dollar amount that they were supposed to pay you?
$85.
Okay.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Big enough.
Yeah, that's big enough. On the other hand, it's if they're paying that dollar amount supposed to be, and they would do that to you, then who's to say all the other paperwork and what have you goes behind the scenes? That's probably, obviously it's not a place that you want to be, somebody you want to be working with anyway. So, um, but try, like Kim said, try to call, like Angela was saying, try to call and see if you can get someone on the line and see that if that doesn't work, and if you're not able, if you said you sent a couple of emails, but you can be specific in your next email that you were to be paid X number of dollars, you called and then you don't get any response, then you have to just determine how much energy do I want to give to this, to move on with your life. You say this one, like you said, when they sent you another one, you just moved on and just declined it, kept going.
Yeah.
And if they reach out again, I would ask them about that. If they don't pay you, hey, you owe me for another signing. That's the perfect time.
Quick question to Kim's point: do they call or they just send you an email?
Call.
Oh, okay. So then
they're out of Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay, so then you can call, like Kim said, call in the morning and see if you can get somebody. And if somebody happens to call you for another job, then you can ask about that.
Okay.
But at the same time, since now, when did you find out about their ratings? And this is not, some things you don't find out until after the fact. You don't know until
it was after the fact.
Okay, so it's after the fact. Yeah.
I looked this Saturday.
Okay. So it's one of those things you find out, oh, this company does this. Let me look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had that with I had my Accord. I had bought a Accord about 15 years ago, a Honda Accord. I love Hondas, but I didn't know they had problems with the transmission until after I bought it. Took it to my mechanic and he said the transmission is bad. Oh my goodness. So, some things you don't know until after the fact. So
right.
Yeah, so it's just a matter how deep you want to go. I mean, pick your battles, okay? I'm not saying we just give in and let people run over us, but and be mindful, guys, period, that some of these signing companies are ran by fellow notaries, or they used to be notaries, or they just have a commission, right? And they don't always have the budget to pay people. I did a whole video on this. Check out my video, Starting a Signing Service. And this is why sometimes we get burned on this end, because they don't have money to pay you. They still waiting on somebody to pay them, so they being a little out there. So, and, kind of pace yourself. Let us know what happened next week. We'll see, can we add a little bit more to this, okay?
Okay.
Two things.
I'm sorry?
Talk about two different things?
Those were the two things. Yeah, I paid for one, which I wasn't supposed to get paid until September, and I got the payment today.
Congratulations, too, on getting started, Miss Katrina. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yes, I see your progress. Very good. Very good. And I'm sorry that happened to you on the second one, but let us know next week if you hear anything good, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then we might all come together and come up with something else, because we don't want to roll down to Florida, everybody. Now, that's the way we want to do it. You heard one of ours. We coming for you. Oh, wait, we being recorded, Josh.
Oh.
All right. So let us know, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's get Miss Glenetta, and then we'll get Miss Rachelle.
Yes. My question is, I'm newly commissioned here.
Hi, Miss Glenetta.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
My question, it's pretty quick. I do want to start, obviously, a notary business, but I want to put my name in the title. So do I need to have a DBA for that?
No, not to get started. You don't have to have anything to get started. Before you start spending money on your business name and LLCs and all that, EINs, which is free, the EIN is, I always say, kind of make sure you have your training under your belt, all your supplies, make sure you really know you want to do the business. Because when you start investing in all that, it costs money to maintain an LLC. Most people don't talk about all of that part of it. It's nice to say, I got my LLC, I'm a boss, I'm this and I'm that, but it does cost additional money. So I always like to say, kind of take your time and build into that. But when you do get ready to, start the business, and like, you want to do it, then yes, you want to get your LLC. And you may not necessarily want to do a DBA. And this, again, you want to talk to a tax professional or, your CPA or whatever. but LLC is what's going to provide you the protection. DBA doesn't really provide you any additional protections. It's just April doing business as John, but April limited liability company is just what it suggests. It limits your liability, so there's a difference between the two. Okay.
Usually you do a DBA if you want to market yourself in a certain way as a certain entity. Like your LLC name may be one thing, but if you want to market your company as a different name for better marketing purposes, that's when you'd more than likely do a DBA.
So you're just getting started out. Do you have a business name, Miss April?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Miss Glenetta. I'm looking at April's hand. Do you have a business name?
I came up with one because someone else has my first name. So I just said, okay, like it's Notaries on the Go instead of Netta's mobile service. So something
Netta, like your Netta, is it your short name?
Yeah, that's the name I put my commission in as well.
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good. And yeah, make sure you throw mobile notary in there, at least on the Google page. It doesn't have to be in your LLC, the titling, but it does need to be on your Google page. So yeah, I would just say, wait a second. What state are you in?
California.
Oh yeah, because your LLCs out there are hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So you don't. How long have you been thinking about being a notary?
For a couple of months.
Have you had any training yet?
Yeah, I had just general training. So
okay. You feel pretty confident you want to stick with it? Like you're going to do this as a business?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you could go ahead and start your process because I know it's pretty pricey out there.
Yeah.
So that's why I said don't just jump and start 800 here, 500 there, and then we haven't even made any money yet.
Right. Okay, thank you.
I hope that helps. Did that help?
Yes, it does.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you, and we wish you much success. Keep us posted on your journey here, okay?
I definitely will.
All right. I believe we said Miss Rachelle. How's it going? Welcome.
Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Jeff
How are
and
you?
Angela. I have three things. I'm gonna make them quick. First thing, something really cool happened this Sunday after church. I got invited to a ladies' night for one of the people I go to church with that has a nonprofit, and so she had a ladies' night where there were a lot of young women who own small businesses. So I actually got the opportunity to network with a lady who's the purpose of her business is to curate networking connections between um women who own small businesses, and I got invited to one of their networking events. So I'm not going to be able to go this month or next month, but just because I'll be working the last 2 months of my 9 to 5, but I've got it on my calendar for their November 2nd event, and they do it and one of the places they have it is in an assisted living. So, like an assisted living facility. So I'm gonna take my purple bag right on in that assisted living facility and hand my business cards.
That is so great. What a nice connection.
And I saw to meet with other ladies that are in business, and then I'll get the opportunity to connect with them and tell them about what I do in the notary well and get it spread. She also said that she felt that it was really cool that I'm going to be working and trying to deal with people that are differently abled that have notary needs so that they can get stuff notarized too. She said she thought that was a great scenario. So that was the thing that happened on Sunday. And today I finally decided that I didn't like any of the business cards that were on Sezzle or Vistaprint that had where you have to put your picture on them. So I got on Canva and I made my own.
Yes, very good.
I made my own business cards and I made sure I had my picture on it. A little snippet of the things that would make it attractive to do business with me and my contact information. The last question
you are making some strides in your business.
This is all within the week, Miss Rachelle.
Yeah, this is all within the last week. So okay. I'm still trying to I've pushed my soft launch date till the end of October so that it'll coincide so that with when I finish working at the company I'm with now, so that I can be able to be more available during the day because my current schedule is 1 to 10 and I want to have those hours open for me to be able to service people. So the last thing is that I reread the notary handbook for the state of Georgia, and I know that we spoke a little while ago about whether or not I could have like a stamp for my signature. But I found out in the notary handbook that even though I have to I have to sign wet ink for my signature, I can have a stamp for my printed name. So I actually already have it. I have the stamp for my printed name that I'm just gonna sign and date with my notary seal when I do notarial acts.
Very good, very good.
So
And that's why we push back to check that handbook. So what Miss Rachelle is referring to is like, say if you have, especially it'll come in handy with loan signing packages. You know, you have 50 to 100 sheets or whatever, document pages. And sometimes they want you to print your name. So she'll be able to use her stamp to print instead of printing her name, but she'll always use an ink pen, what's called a wet signature for those who are new. That's what's called a wet signature when you use an ink pen. Okay. You can't like stamp it. You have to use as a notary, you signing your name the old fashioned way. Okay. Very good. You are making some strides, lady.
thank you.
Excellent.
All
I'm
right.
just trying
Keep
to be
us
ready.
posted. Keep us
I
posted.
will.
So you got marketing covered. You got your stamp covered. You were doing some things, business cards, and you created them on Canva.
Yeah.
Yep. So for those of you who are creative, you can create your cards on Canva. Like she said, she didn't like the ones on Vistaprint. They have thousands of templates though on Vistaprint. But good job, Miss Rachelle. So every week you are coming back with some things. You're progressing. We love it.
Thank you guys for the support.
It's our pleasure. That's what this is all about.
I think we have
All
April
right,
next.
we will go to, I believe it is Miss April, right? And then Miss Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Miss April.
Hi there, can you hear me?
How are you? Yes, welcome.
Hi, nice to see you guys. I've missed you the last couple of weeks. It feels good to be back.
You too. Welcome.
So I have an update and a couple of questions. My update is that I have applied for my EIN and I am working on my business cards. I just about have it finished, but I have to make a decision on what I want to advertise that I do. And this brings me to my questions.
Okay.
I would like to know if anybody has experience doing jail signings because, oh my God, do we have people in jail? And I would also like to know if anybody has experience doing work with attorneys or bail bondsmen. One thing that occurred to me this past weekend is that there seemed to be, I don't want to say a lot, but occasions where people have difficulty collecting their money after they have performed the service. So I want to know how people in general feel about bartering services. And if I were to contact, say, a solitary officed attorney and ask him to barter services with me, that I would do his notarizations if he would do my collections. So that's all I got.
Okay. So let's just clarify that last piece. We'll talk about those different types of signings in just a second, because this is kind of, so when you talk about difficulty paying, who's having difficulty paying, and what are you referring to, Ms. April?
Our sole notaries that are out there working so hard, and it seems to be a conversation most of the time that there's somebody who hasn't paid. And I know that we feel like our only recourse is to leave them a bad review on Yelp or Google Business or something like that. But I think that that really puts us in jeopardy, not them. Right?
Yeah,
I think
we that conversation.
Yeah, I think that seriously, I think that reflects more on us than it does on business. But first of all, the business that you're reporting on is just going to go in there with a bunch of fake sign-ins and put a bunch of positive reviews, and then you're a Karen, right? So yeah, you don't want to appear that way, and you don't want to be the one to try and do that assassination online.
Yeah, that's what
So,
I was saying. You getting ready to go to war with somebody, and I don't think you should do that.
yeah, I don't want to do that. But if I have somebody who doesn't pay me by the due date and then doesn't pay me after one follow-up, if I'm bartering with an attorney, I think an attorney letter would be more effective than my phone call.
So let's talk to Angela about this bartering thing, and then I'll come back and talk about the actual locations. What's your
Thanks.
thoughts on that, Angela, bartering with someone for services?
Well, first, I'm going to say that a lot of people feel that they can get connected with attorneys to be their notaries. It's always the exception to the rule, but most likely you're not going to be able to get into an attorney's office and do most of or all their notarizations. Most attorneys are either notaries if it's a very small office, or if they have 3 or 4 secretaries, at least 2 or 3 of them are notaries. So usually somebody is always there to notarize a document, or they will go to the office next door if their notaries are not in. Like I said, there's always the exception to the rule. And you also, when it comes to, if I hear you correctly, if you're talking about bartering, maybe if somebody can't pay, then get an attorney to write you a letter, they're probably not going to do that because they have a lot of liability. And so something so small is big to us, but something so small as to write a letter to a company to get $85, $100, or $200, I would be surprised if an attorney would do that. Fortunately, I know people and they'll do it for me, but I'm telling you, it's not going to happen because, like Kim and somebody else mentioned earlier, it's going to be a whole bunch of back and forth, and they may get their attorneys involved if they have an attorney, and it's not going to be worth it to that attorney to barter with a notary to write a letter for whatever they can give them.
I want to add this caveat to that bartering thing, Ms. April. When you think about, you really don't know what kind of business this attorney is going to have, right? I'm going to play the other side of this. You need to run your business the way you run your business, and that might mean you going to make a deal with an attorney, right? And you say, I'm going to do your notarizations for you, and he have trust packages where you could be charging maybe $300, but you've only lost $85 over here, and you want him to, do that for you. It doesn't balance out. It doesn't. I think, as we've already stated, you're going to have to figure out how to be collections. And it shouldn't be that many people not paying out here, guys. It happens once in a while. I mean, I've been doing this for years, and I had the one story I just told about somebody act like they wanted to pay less. So it's very rare. Let's just be clear. It's not like people just having notaries come out and stamp stuff and they leave and the scene and they don't pay you. It's so rare. Okay, so I think we need to think about that narrative a little bit. But I don't recommend the bartering, Ms. April, because I think in the end you're going to end up shortchanging yourself. When you go to barter with them, like what you're referring to, you get ready to pay your light and gas bill. They don't want to know that you made a deal with the attorney. You're going to do all his stuff for free, where you could probably be charging him, like I said, 200 plus. You see what I mean? Does that make sense, that part about the dollar amount?
Oh, for
That's why
both
I don't
of you.
like that idea. If he want to hire you and he send you business, or you can send him some business, that type of thing, just an even playing field. But I'm not going to offer all my services to some attorney, especially knowing the money that they make and what can be made, for him to come after one client out of every 600 or 500. Does that make sense to me? I might be wrong. Somebody else want to add to it?
I want to add something to that, Kim. I've had, quite a few attorneys call me because they found me on Google, from all over Georgia, even from another state, and ask me to do business, go somewhere, send me the documents to sign. And I can say personally, they have literally paid me on the spot, not even wait for 10 days or 20 days. And so in this particular conversation, regarding maybe an attorney not paying, I think this would be more geared to a company. I'm not saying that would never happen, but I don't think it's rare that would probably happen. And so maybe the conversation needs to be more about when companies don't pay, because I don't think there's a lot of attorneys that will get a notary to do some work and just really not pay them.
Well, I think what Ms. April was referring to, just for clarification for everyone, is there's a local attorney perhaps in her area. She offers them service. I'll be your notary, your preferred notary, whatever you need. And then if I happen to get a client that can't pay, I'll ask this attorney to write up something and handle it for me. So
Yes,
Jeff,
exactly.
did you want to add to that? Okay, that's exactly okay.
Yeah, that's exactly the situation. And what brought all this about is we have a local publication, and it's called the Daily Court Review, and it is a daily newspaper that's printed, and it has an incredible amount of information in it. But one of the things it has in it is all new DBAs that are filed, and it has the owner's name and the address and everything. So these are brand new businesses, and anything and there are, in last week's accumulation of papers, there were like 7 sole proprietorship attorneys that filed DBAs. And I thought, I wonder if that's somebody that would be worth sending a biz card to, the thing.
Yeah, that's
When
for
we were
sure. That
then
is for
when we
sure.
were talking, when we were talking about just a few minutes ago about the situation of her not being paid, I thought, wonder if we can barter. So that was the evolution of that whole conversation.
Oh, so there, let's clarify that now, put this
Yeah.
spin on it, okay? So yes, if there are 50 new attorneys in your area, I'm going to see each and every one of them, right? Because if
Yes.
they're solo attorneys, that means they probably can't afford a secretary or have somebody on staff like Angela was referring to earlier, right? These big law firms. But
Oh
your
yeah.
solo attorney, he's going to need you. So yes, I'm going to go to him, and that's going to sound like this. Hey, Mr. David Smith, I realize that you're a new attorney in the area. I am willing to, I don't know if you've heard of a mobile notary or not, but I would be more than willing to go out. You could add more to it. I'm just giving you a short version and clean it up. But I'll be more than willing to travel to your clients if they need something notarized and you were not able to, or I could even come here and meet at your office if you did not have staff, some kind of way. So that is your target market. Yes, those attorneys like that who are just starting out with no staff. But
Ladies,
I'm not going to offer them free services. We're going to make, whenever they call you, you need to have your travel fee and everything already set, or you can set up something with him. Each time I had to come to your office, depending on what type of document or what package you have, then you can work out pricing like that. But I'm never going there under the pretense I'm going to do some stuff free for him. He going to hook me up later. No, it's never going to balance out. And you're going to lose because you have a business that you're running.
In April,
Oh.
if an attorney calls you to go to someone, the person that they're sending you to is not going to be responsible for payment either. The attorney is going to be responsible for the payment. So whenever they set you up and give you documents to can you go to my client, the client is not going to be the one to pay. The attorney is going to pay you directly.
Okay.
Does that all make sense, Miss April?
Yes, ma'am, it sure does.
Everybody else, am I making sense? Can I get a? Okay, yeah, okay, good. So yeah, we're not just gonna offer our services because we're gonna win the moment we sign that paper. We ain't waiting to make sure he can help me out later on with something, okay? And then really quick, back to your other scenarios, Miss April, because you were in training with me. Remember we talked about not being afraid of the documents? So we're also not gonna be afraid of any location, okay? It doesn't matter where that document is being signed. It's going to change a few different things. Of course, if you're going to a jail, they won't let you bring your bag in. I have a jail video. You might want to watch that. I have a nursing home video. You may want to watch that just to kind of see how I navigate. I have a hospital video. You probably want to just look at those. But it doesn't matter where the location is. We're going to do the same process. Remember we talked about that?
You bet.
So it doesn't matter the location. I don't want you to get caught up in that. Now, where I'm gonna really push on that location is if they have a dog, because you guys know how I feel about dogs, right? But other than that, I'm just gonna go and prepare it. I already know when I'm going to a hospital, the person is probably ill, so you want to make sure you prepare what to take there. You know, might be watch my video supply list, or if you don't have my specialty notary book or course, you might want to look into that because I talk about using special ink pens when you go to the elderly in the nursing homes, and when you how to navigate the hospitals. You know, I do have the free video, so start there. But the specialty course is going to take you a deep dive into what it looks like to go into a jail. You know, what supplies you need. You know, you're not taking everything in there. They're not going to let you anyway. You know, it talks about how to identify them. It might be with a wristband. So I'm giving you a lot of tips, but check out that specialty course. Because if you're going to focus on that specialty work, you want to navigate that like a pro.
I sure will.
And then you should be fine, and you always can reach out, okay? And then let us know next Monday, how is it going marketing to those attorneys, okay?
I will.
Very good. I hope we answered everything.
Absolutely.
And
And
don't be
ladies,
afraid.
this is exactly the support that we need. Thank y'all so very much. It would never have occurred to me how I could have gotten in over my head and ended up providing $500 worth of service.
That's right, ma'am. You got it. Oh, you about to make me cry. That was deep. I'm serious because I'm sitting over here when you talking. I'm like, oh no, we are not offering that deal right there.
And
All
April,
right, Miss April, thank you so much.
Angela had something else.
I'm gonna just tell April, go see the attorneys, whatever area you're in, but don't just make that your sole market, because I'm telling you, a lot of them are notaries themselves, even if they're sole proprietors. And you may find a couple, so I'm not going to tell you not to do it, but don't put all your eggs in the attorney's basket.
Oh no. Oh, thank you, Miss Angela. I'm not doing that at all. The majority of the new businesses that open here are not attorneys. That's just something that occurred to me when we were talking about having trouble getting paid.
Gotcha.
All right, very good. So let's welcome Miss Alexis, our other trainer, to the platform. She just joined us, and then we'll get Miss Jennifer. Alexis, would you like to tell the people who you are right quick?
Yes, of course. Hey, everybody, it's Alexis Franklin. Sorry I'm late. Ran into traffic. It's storming really bad here in Georgia. But hello, I own Alexis's Notary Services, and I am also a part of Notary Educators. I hope you all have been enjoying our Monday meetup so far, and welcome.
And Alexis focuses on the Google My Business part, loan signing agent. We all teach everything, but those are her specialties. Get that Google page going. Miss Jennifer, welcome. How you doing? Oh, we can't hear you, Miss Jennifer. We can't hear you for some reason. Now we can.
Now we can't.
Now we can't. What are you doing over there?
So Jennifer, I was like that earlier, log out and log back in. I had to log out and log back in.
And I'll look for you, Jennifer.
All right, let's get Miss Cherie, I believe is next. Hi, Miss Cherie.
Hi. Okay, guys. So can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm new to this. I did the e-learn and I paid the $2 to become a Notary Republic, and I want to expand into this. Now, to further my training with this, would I be able to use the e-learning to continue, or would it be best to get with people like you guys who offer programs where I actually could get a little bit more hands-on with the experience and kind of seeing the documentation? Because with that, it didn't really require you to know much of anything outside of being the proper age and what documents I can notate for people, or notarize rather for people.
What is e-learn, Miss Cherie? Is that something through the state?
Yes. So I did that. I paid the $2 on the National Notary. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
And I paid the $2, and then I did the oath, and I went and got the bond and everything. But it's elearn.gscca.org. Is anybody familiar with that?
What state are you in?
Georgia.
Oh, yeah, there's like a little 10, it might be 45 questions. It's a little test. It does cover some basic things. It does. Yeah, you can do that. But actually, to actually know the business, you are going to have to either self-teach or we'll be able to help you. Hold on one second, because my friend also is listening and her computer is, just mute yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, so you will need a little additional training, Ms. Cherie. Like I was saying, you can either teach yourself, self-teach, or you can allow us to help you to do that. That looks like learning how to properly notarize documents, as you stated before. We'll show you a few, but you need to know your notarial duties, and then we'll build out that business after you learn what to do. Like we were talking earlier, business cards, LLCs, and all of that, building it out. So yes, we can definitely help you. We have live training as well as self-paced courses to help you with that.
Okay, because I know, like I was seeing there that they also offer like packages, right? And the packages can start at $229 all the way down to $72. And with the package for the $229, that'll cover like your E&O and like your insurance, and then it'll also like give you like your basic that you can get on Amazon, like your stamps, your book, and things like that.
So I'm not really sure who that is. Are you talking about the NNA or another company?
No, that's from the National Notary Association, that I can get all of that with the 3 packages.
Yeah, so they tend to be a little, so let's do it like this. So you can go there and get everything, right? Even with their training, you'll probably have to double back because we just teach it differently, right? We've all taken the industry training. A lot of people here have taken it also. So it's nothing like hands-on, and that's what we provide. But with the NNA, if you're just going to do the notary piece of it right now without the signing agent, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to spend any more money with them right now. The only thing you have to go back and do with them if you train with us is the $79 package to become a notary signing agent. That's something all notaries have to do if they want to work in the industry. You have to get that background check and take the NSA test over there. It's like 45 questions. But right now you're just starting out. You have your Georgia Notary Commission. Then we can teach you how to be a good notary and then help you build out your business.
Okay, perfect. Because right now I'm just trying to get like a good track. So far I have like the basic information put to the side. If there was to be anybody that needed like local or, you know, general documents that I could notarize outside of family, because I know that's frowned upon. So that type of thing, to like start to get my feet wet and just kind of get an understanding and get comfortable with, you know, pacing myself with time and kind of, I guess, just questions with the process. But I actually want to move into it and actually start doing like the loan signings.
Yeah, in order to do the loan signing piece, you still need to be a good notary, a great notary, actually. So that's the piece I want to make sure. If I have you right now go to a nursing home and do a power of attorney, are you able to execute it without even blinking twice?
I'm gonna blink 3 times, so I have to hang out with you a little longer.
So we're not gonna just go out there and fake it till we make it. Either you're gonna self-teach, make a little list and help you, you know, kind of do it yourself, or like I said, we can do the express. So this is the way I like to explain it. It took me 2 years to kind of learn everything. You know, if you got that kind of time, you know, self-teach. It's not gonna take you 2 years, but what I'm saying is I could take what I learned in 2 years and I could teach you in 2 hours. I mean, we got plenty of people here that's done our training. So by the time you leave with us, you will know what to do.
I gotta read Canella's comment because I'm laughing. She says,
"Oh, you're welcome. I hope that helps you to get some clarity. And please feel free to look at Notary Educators LLC and do a contact us form because we might need a little deeper conversation than what we can do here." Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I gotta read Canella's comment because it's too funny. She says, "Take the training, Anime."
Franklin is the co-host.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. We do. So yeah, you can see though the self-paced is good. Again, notarize like a pro or the live training, whichever way you prefer. That's why I said we might have a conversation. We see what type of student you are. We like to do those little intake calls before you start buying something. Okay, even with us. If you're unsure, please contact us and we will contact you. Okay. And welcome to the industry. Let's get Miss Jennifer. She's back.
Alicia,
Hi.
Alicia's been waiting.
Miss Jennifer had to leave out, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, it's short. So I've been contacted by an attorney.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
Is that a flower? Is that a pink flower?
No, this is my logo.
I love that.
Mobile Notary by Jen. Yes, I am in uniform because my store is open right now.
I love that. So that's what you wear for your notary business?
Yes, I went to Michael's. I got the iron-on print stuff. I did the logo in Canva, cut it out on my Cricut, and I made 5 shirts.
Oh, look at you. I love it.
You're a fellow cricketer. I am too.
Yes, I love my Cricut. So I've been contacted by an attorney in Florida to do a swearing in out here. So I just wanted to make sure I had the wording right. I did. I tried to research this. There's no verbiage really in New York or anywhere. The only place I found was Missouri. So it said, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is true, is the whole truth, nothing but the truth? And I don't know if I should add, so help you God, or should I just leave it at that short?
Since you're going before the attorney, I probably would say this will help me God, unless the person tells you they don't do oaths.
Well, it's going to be in front of the judge. This is going to be.
I mean, the judge, yeah.
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 So unless, and do I have to bring a Bible? I mean, I have a
No,
Bible.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
okay.
no,
All
no,
right.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I actually have a video on my channel, Miss Jennifer, where I reenact.
Okay, I'll look for it because I tried to dig. I'm very nervous because this is my first one.
This
And
gonna
the
be the
attorney,
easiest money you ever make.
she already paid the attorney. I couldn't believe it. She paid me last week, right after before the meeting we had last Monday. So I'll look for the video just to because I couldn't find anything. But I guess that is her.
It's called a oath only ceremony video. That's on the
Yeah.
thumbnail.
Right.
And
All
I
right,
actually reenact it, and you can see what it's the easiest money you'll ever make.
Okay, all right, I'll look for it. Thank you. And thank
Let
you
us
for
know how
inviting
that
me
goes
back.
next week.
I will. I certainly will.
Okay, congratulations to you making some strides.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Our pleasure. Okay. Angela said Miss Alicia is next. Hey, Miss Alicia. Alicia.
Hi, how are everybody?
Hey, welcome.
Hello,
How
good
are
evening.
you? What's going on today?
I'm new here, so I took the Notarize Like a Pro back in March with you, Kimmy, and it was a one-on-one course.
Yes.
And life happened. My husband had a heart attack and everything, so we're getting back on track. And
So
I
sorry
want
to
to
hear that.
start. Thank you. I want to start my Google business page because I already have my DBA, and I'm a little discouraged because I work a 9 to 5 and it's literally Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And I'm just concerned that if I get a Google page, how would I get business if I keep receiving calls to notarize documents? And if it's in the daytime, I can't, get to it. And I know that we're supposed to do general notary work first so we can be better loan signing agents by being familiar with documents and just knowing the business in general. So what advice do you all have for me?
We'll let Alexis handle this because she actually has the same scenario. Alexis, can you talk to working full-time and managing and starting your business?
Yeah. First, I want to ask you a question. Are you able to like answer your phone while you're at work or text?
Yes and no, because I'm like hybrid, so I have to be in the office 2 times out of the week, and then I'm at home the other time. So it depends, basically.
Okay. So what I would do if I was in your situation, based off what you just said, I would make the Google page, put on there my hours, whatever you're willing to work as a notary. And are you willing to let people come to you? That's another question.
No, I can't.
Okay, and then you can't leave when you're at home, I'm assuming, right?
No, not during working hours. So I know that with I'm assuming that with a loan signing agent, you have a more flexibility because you can do contracts at night and on the weekends. But I wanted to start out with general notary work first so I can, get familiar with the business, which is why I'm trying to create the Google business page and just get out there. But I really don't have any flexibility until I'm actually off of work. And that's like discouraging me. Like, I don't know what to do.
Can
So
I
I would.
can I jump in? I also work.
Hold on 1 second. So what I would do if I were you, I would just set the Google page. When you're able to answer your phone, answer it. Make sure you have a good voicemail box set up. That's what it's to me. On your, your voicemail thing, make sure you say, if I don't answer, you can text me or I'll get right back to you. Type of other form of communication that they can get to you by. Of course, if they don't, then they probably are in a rush. They have to call somebody else to assist. But if you're able to answer, you can always schedule them after you get off work. So what does that sound like? Let's say it's 12 o'clock, they call, you don't get off till 5. You can just say, I don't have appointments available until 5 o'clock or 5:30. That's what it sounds like for me a lot of the times. And of course, some people, they need a notary ASAP. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to assist them. Maybe I would give them off to somebody in my area that I give notary jobs to, or we, have exchange notary jobs, I guess, or my witness buddy. And then if you are able to do it, then, you do it at 5:30 when you get off work. So it's kind of that juggling aspect to it. And it's going to be a lot of, I don't have an appointment until, and then the time that you're available. And then of course on weekends, because I would say about half the calls I get can be scheduled. They're not ASAP, or people need a notary right now. So you have to take advantage of that, those people who can schedule an appointment. And then you Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, is when you become a loan signing agent, is it more flexible because people do closings in the evening and more, so I can probably do them in the mornings on the weekends?
So
to
a degree. So it just depends on what comes through. If something comes through and you're available, then you can take it. Some appointments will say to be determined, TBD. Then that's something that you're gonna look out for. If you see that come through, then you know you can accept it. And then when you call to make the appointment, schedule a time, you're gonna put it around your time, as long as it works with the client. But you might have to look out for those. Or, you know, if you do see something that comes through that's a little later in the evening or on the weekends when you're available, then you accept those assignments and you try to grab those. So it's just it's just something that you're gonna have to kind of balance.
We'll get Miss April started, then I'll add something to it. Miss April, what did you want to add to the conversation? Thank you, Alexis.
I absolute 100% valuable advice, Alexis. Thank you. I'm in the same boat. I work 9 to 5, which means I come to work at 7 and I leave at 7. So what I have done is I reached out to 10 notaries that are close to me, and I got a hold of all of them through email, and I told them that I'm a new notary in the area and that I want to start my business part-time, and that I wanted a mentor, and that I wanted them to know that I'm available in the evenings and on the weekends if they need witnesses or they have jobs that they are not available for, and that I really wanted somebody that I could refer jobs to during the day.
I like that. That's what Alexis was saying too. Yeah, get you a notary buddy. But I'll tell you, Miss Alicia, based on what you said, what I'll add to the mix really quick is on your Google page, go ahead and just put what you can work, because it sounds like you have zero flexibility. So I'm going to put on my Google page, if I'm you, from 6 to 11 or whatever you actually can work. Because it sounds like you got enough going on where you don't have any flexibility to be trying to be a scheduler and work your job and all that. To me, just put what you can actually work. If it's only 6 to 10, it's 6 to 10. If it's Saturday and Sundays all day, that's what it is. And as far as sounds like to me, also you're trying to think maybe loan signing will afford you different opportunities. No, it's all going to be the same. When they need you, they need you. So if you're available, you're available. So even with loan signings, it's not any more going to be in the evening than in the morning. It's just when they need you, they need you. If you're not available, then you need to just put what you can work. Be truthful. Put 6 to 10 or 6 to 9, whatever that real window is, because you won't be able to do it anyway. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to stress your client out.
And that's what I was thinking. Like, I just really want to be honest. Before I create the Google business page, I wanted to see, like, should I put those hours when I am available, because I don't want to miss calls and keep on saying, okay, well, I can get to you at 5:30 and they're looking for me to be there by 1 and I can't do it. So that's exactly why I'm here, trying to get some advice.
Yeah, so just go ahead right now and just put, if it's only, and you don't get off till 5, so it might be 6. You might need to go home and grab you a sandwich. So your hours might be 6 to 9 for a moment. It's nothing wrong with that. And then all day Saturdays and Sundays. You will find people need a notary 24/7. Okay?
Okay.
So don't stress yourself out. So try that. Go ahead and set your business page up if you're ready. Do those shorter hours and let us know what happens, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Very good.
Can I purchase a course on that, right? I think I've seen that. Isn't it a course on how to do the
yes, Alexis has a course.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So
all right, you're welcome.
So Kim, everyone, I think we have time for just one more, and then we're going to have to wrap it up.
Actually, Miss Janine has had her hand up for a moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do one more. Yeah, one more, and then we can, Miss Janine.
Actually, we have 3 more. We have Andrea, Jeanette, and Janine. We have 3. I don't know what you can see on your side, but we actually have 3. So we'll get Miss Andrea, Jeanette, and Miss Janine. Okay, I think Miss Janine is next, actually. Either her or Andrea, but either way, we're going to get both of you. So let's do Miss Janine. I've been seeing her hand for a moment.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you. I am a new notary in Indiana. I took the class a couple of weeks ago with Alexis, And I was so excited after I took the class. I was just ready to get out here. I have done everything from A to Z. My Google page, the Google sites, my business cards, flyers. Now what I'm running into is actually getting customers because I too work full time. So I just went on my Google page today and changed my hours Monday to Friday from 5 to 9, and then on Saturdays from 9 to 5. What and I actually went to a couple of schools today to pass out my flyers, and some took them, and then others was like, no, you got to go to the main district. So when I went to the main district, they were like, no, we don't need a notary. So I was kind of discouraged. So I'm just trying to figure out where else can I market.
We'll let Alexis handle that, and then and we'll see if we need to add anything to it as far as marketing. And don't get discouraged. You got this.
Don't
I'm
get
listening
discouraged.
to all y'all positive stories, and I'm just like, oh.
So I'm just gonna tell you from my personal experience, and then anybody, anything else, please add. So what I did in the beginning was I went to, first off, whenever I'm out and about, that's my marketing. Literally, whenever I'm out and about, that's when I'm marketing. 1, 2, I used Nextdoor app. I used Google. What is it? I can't even think right now. Google Ads, Nextdoor. I was in Facebook groups, like community Facebook groups. Some of them have where you can post. I know one of the groups I'm in, they have small business Saturdays, and they're like, they want you to promote your small business. But yeah, I was definitely physical contact. I mean, I was hitting up everywhere. I mean, going to like a shopping plaza, going inside every place that I thought would even need a notary, anything business wise, even if it's not. That's the type of person I am. If I see you, if I have a conversation with you, I'm leaving a card with you. So that's how I was able to get some traction going in the beginning.
It sounds like you got the same situation as Miss Alicia. You're gonna just put what you can actually work, Miss Janine. If it's 6 to 10 at night, that's what it is. Don't put anything else because you know you won't be able to do it unless you do have a little more flexibility in there. But you just really have to start. You're just starting anything, so your phone is not going to just be blowing up because you took training. You have to build out the business. You know what I mean? Like literally, they don't know that you trained with notary educators. They not, you know what I mean? People, so they want to see your presence. What does your Google page look like? Have you set your Google page up?
Yes.
It's completely set up?
Yes.
All right. So now you got to get you some reviews on there and just get out in the community. Everybody should know. And so those first few people said no. What kind of schools was that anyway? Was that like elementary schools?
Yes.
No. So they may not need a notary. They usually have their own notary. They only need you usually after hours. The parents will, because they didn't get the school note notarized before school started. That's what's going to happen there. Most schools already have a notary on staff. So I'm not saying they won't ever be your client. The notary may be sick, or she fell and broke her leg or whatever, but you want to get out in more than just the schools. Yeah, most of them will not be like knocking down your door. So you just want to get out everywhere. Insurance companies, barbershops, everywhere. Panera Bread, they let you leave it on the board. I mean, literally everybody needs to know you're a notary and your phone will start ringing.
Yep. That's
okay. So make you a list of 5 places you want to go. This is your homework. List 5 to 10 places that you want to go leave your cards and introduce yourself. Not looking for business. Don't take anything. Hey, I'm Janine. I'm a mobile notary. You may not have even known that existed. Tell them what you do and then tell us what happened next week.
Okay.
Okay, that's your homework. Very good. And congrats. Yeah, don't give up. You just started.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry, one more quick thing. Also, what I did recently was they built these assisted living places, and their doors are open, unlike like a nursing home where they're locked. They have a front desk, so if you know of any places like that, that's a great, way to get some cards in there because they always need something done.
Okay.
When you visit these places, just another pro tip, everybody, go dressed up. Don't look like you just rolled out the bed. I'm just dropping off my cards. I'm going to be in and out. No, go dressed up, full nines, full everything. Hey, you're representing your business. They don't know you. So it's like, who are you? So if you look like you just rolled out the bed, they're going to throw them in the trash. Okay. Let's be very professional. Not that you would not, but I'm just saying that's another tip though. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Keep us posted next week. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's get Miss Andrea, and then we'll wrap it up with Miss Jeanette. Hey, Miss Andrea, what's going on with you today?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey,
And
welcome.
yes, and of course I'm here in Gwinnett County with you all. And
Yes.
I said the last time. So
Uh-oh, you muted yourself.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so just curious, I got a call to be a witness here for a refinance, but there was no attorney available, and I thought that we were attorney state. So is it just for purchases, or that attorney has to be present, or it's different for refinance, HELOCs, and and so on and so on?
It depends on where the property is located.
It was in Lawrenceville.
So you were there as a witness, and then the attorney never came. What did the notary do?
She notarized the finance.
Without an attorney?
Yeah. So that's why I was like really curious, but I didn't want to, because my first time I was excited a little bit. So
You never called on the telephone, no Zoom, no nothing?
No, nothing.
Yeah, I can't address that.
So
I can't. I would need to see the documents. Was the property, just because you went to the house in Lawrenceville, was the actual property in Lawrenceville? Like the documents?
I can't. I didn't see the documents. It was
You
just
see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's why I can't answer that. The house that you went to was in Lawrenceville,
yes,
but the
ma'am.
property that the notary was working with could have been in California. It could have been in Alabama.
Oh, okay. So in all refinances, purchases, and everything in Gwinnett County, well, Georgia itself, we have to have attorney present. Is that correct? Either on the phone or
That is
Zoom?
correct.
Or,
If it's in
okay.
Georgia, that is correct.
Okay.
Now, Miss Andrea, what training have you taken? Like, have you
None.
taken any?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take you guys training. I'm gonna take you guys training. I just came back from the Caribbeans on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was 20 girls. It was 20 of us that went. So I rested up for the weekend. So I'm ready to rock and roll now. But
Get it, girl. Get it. So
yes,
that's why I said I can't address that, because we need to know everything. I need to see the documents. So as we're digging a little bit deeper, the property may not have been in the state of Georgia. It could have been somewhere else.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Okay.
once you have a little training, then you'll know a little bit more too. It's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
something that we can cover in 2 minutes, but
okay.
Good looking out though. Yes, very good. So more than likely that property was not in Georgia. The house that you went to was in Lawrenceville, in Georgia.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I get it now. All right,
very
thank
good. Okay, very good. Got my mind thinking over here, because I'm like, no attorney. What?
But if just to interject, just to add additional clarity, Miss Andrea, if it was in Georgia, then there should have been, and if the property is in Georgia, then there should be, like Kim, that's why she was asking, was there a phone call? We've been on signings where we've had a call to the attorney, and they went over a few documents, and they've gotten off the call. Others, they've stayed on the call during the whole signing. But there should be some sort of, when I say certain documents, they have to, by law, and they'll stipulate, I have to, Mr. Signer, go over such and such documents, and they go over 4 or 5 different documents. And once that's done, then they will, in a lot of cases, just get off the call, and then you continue with your stamp or signing, or the signing of those different documents, just for additional, just to know how things would work.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Very good. All right, Miss Andrea, well, keep us posted. We'll look forward to having you in some class soon, okay? Miss Jeanette, what's going on with you? Welcome.
Hey, Kimmy. Thank you so much for taking my call. So I'm here in Virginia, and I'm new. I work 9 to 5, so I was relating to the last 3 speakers. I'm looking for specific Virginia training, like for general notary work, and I saw 2 of your courses, but I want to see things. So do you give examples in your training, like pictures and, very specifics, so I feel confident?
Yeah. So notarize like a pro. If you do the course, it's like you and I in a room talking.
Okay.
Like right now, and I teach you and show you how to notarize properly. And then the specialty general notary work focuses on, like I was talking about earlier, going into nursing homes, how to prepare to go to a jail signing.
Yeah.
Yes, they're both very thorough. The self-paced as well as the live training, whichever you prefer to do.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you still need a little help before you decide, fill out the contact us card, and we'll give you a call, okay?
All right, thank you.
For your patience too. Miss Latoya, what did you want to talk about? You're the last one. I saw you. What you want to talk about, Miss Latoya?
No, I just wanted to, and good afternoon or good evening.
Hi.
So I just wanted to kind of talk about the last subject that we were on about the refinance and so I had a house refinance back in 2020. And the notary who can't know anything about the notary business at that time, anything about it really. That was my first time doing something like that. And there was no attorney present when I had mine done. Like she met me at Starbucks and we went through the documents. Nobody was on the phone. It was just me and her.
Where's your property located, Miss Latoya?
In Georgia.
In Georgia, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I can't address why there was no attorney. Are you sure the notary was not an attorney?
No, she just told me she was a notary. She said because she started talking about what she did and things like that. So she never mentioned she was an attorney.
So there are some attorneys that are notaries also. So see, this is another one where we can't say, "Ooh, they broke the law," because she could have been an attorney and just don't wear it on her shirt. Like, I'm attorney notary such and such, you know.
Yeah, she was real talkative. So I think if she was an attorney, she would have told me.
You. Yeah, so
telling me about everything else.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why there was not an attorney.
But I guess it happens. Yeah, maybe it happens. I don't know.
No. It should not happen. Legally in the state of Georgia, there must be an attorney. Now, was it just a loan modification package where you just putting some payments to the back of the loan? I mean, there's so many variables as to what that could have looked like. But just so you know, if you are a notary in Georgia, there are certain packages an attorney must be present some kind of way with that signing.
Gotcha.
We are not going to act like that's okay.
I'm hoping, or she may just have not said she was an attorney, because I've been a witness for properties in Georgia that I was just one last week, as a matter of fact, when someone called me, and the guy never mentioned that he was an attorney. I was just a witness, but I knew he was an attorney. But sometimes they just may not mention it, because one person, when I refinanced my house years ago, somebody came and her husband was the witness, and she had to be an attorney because my property's in Georgia. So maybe they just didn't say it, I'm hoping.
Okay.
So we can't really say, yeah, they broke the law or whatever, because we don't have all the details.
Okay.
All right. So
thank you guys, and thank y'all for everything that y'all doing. Like, I mean, these Monday meetings are very helpful. If I can't catch one, I at least go back and catch on the replay. So I do appreciate you guys taking the time to do this for us.
It is our pleasure. And thank you all for taking time to be here with us. It has been our pleasure. We'll forego outros because you guys know who we are. I will just say all things notary related. Check us out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we'll see you guys next week, Monday at 6 p.m. Okay?
Week Monday.
Come with some stories and some successes. We want to hear what's going on out there.
Yes.
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 All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye now.
Oh, stop. Let's stop the recording.